around here. So yeah, as you can see, you got the belt on the side there. Figure use the backdrop, but also got a new it's like a chest and it holds a lot. But let's see. Yeah, grab the phone. All right. So get that live chat going. Bam, bam, bam. All right. There we go. All right, I think we're all set. So now we just play the waiting game. Get the live chat going. This man Kimbo 311. Absolute legend. Mike, you talk about committed, man. You're the first one here. Usually are, and definitely appreciated, man. For sure. Like your support and everything is much, much appreciated. Yeah, we got 4 people up in here. What's up, guys? So I'm gonna keep this kind of short. We're gonna get into the episode review, and then maybe I'll hang around maybe like 5-10 minutes after. If I want to go like straight through it, odds are I might stop at some point if there's like great dialogue or something with the episode, you know. But yeah, because I was sleepy and definitely gonna go chill. I went and worked and getting back, and then doing the episode reaction, and then I'll probably take a nap. There is a video that's gonna be coming out though, so stay tuned for that. I don't say what kind of I don't say what kind of video it is. I slipped up a little bit there, but you know, you can take a guess. If you guess it, then I'll just tell you guys before this is over. But anyways, we're gonna get into the episode review for episode 83. Recently got subbed. I checked yesterday and it wasn't subbed. So it's subbed now. So we're gonna look at the episode and see what it's all about. Bird's gonna be struggling, man. He's got Hell's Reaper, but he's gonna master it. I feel like when he does master it though, he's gonna definitely do a good job with it for sure. Like he's gonna, I don't know if it'll be the bay that he performs the most with, like the best with out of them. We'll have to wait and see. I'd say like that potential if he masters it. Yeah, Hell's Reaper's gonna be big time menace. Got a title showing. Yeah, it's the greatest Royal Rumble title. Yeah. Rearranged, got some belt on display in here. Like I said, there's a chest here, so yeah. So the setup here on out, you'll probably see a belt. I don't know if I'll switch it like between different belts, or maybe I'll just keep this belt in it for now. But yeah. But anyways, let's get into the episode number 83. If I don't hiccup. But let's see what we got going on. All right, Bird's looking at Hell's Reaper. Discouraged as hell. Bird can't master this bay. He launched in the stadium. Hell's Reaper! Dang it. One more time. He's facing X with Dran Brave, and then Dran Brave's just gonna probably burst finish. KO finish. Hell's Reaper is an incredible bay, isn't it? Multi made this bay as part of the CX custom line. It really specializes in counter tactics. It's truly a perfect bay. But it's like pearls before swine with a blader like me. Everyone's like this at first. Remember, Multi said that this bay is really difficult to use, but I'm a pro. Excuses like that won't fly anymore. And you're watching your words now. That means I'm in serious trouble. Let's go one more time. This can't be it. What's wrong? Well, I figure if you're going to use Hell's Reaper, this will kind of be pointless. I'm gonna take a quick break. Eh, why? Did I get weaker? His spirit. Because, like, he still got the curse, even though it's a metaphorical curse. Like, he's not believing in himself. I just realized in the intro, they said I rise, like Bird and X said, dude, that's cool. Okay. But yeah, it'll make sense if, like, because the fact that we have to face off against Team Goldius again. Or they might. Um, if Bird gets the win against her, like, and the curse breaks, and then imagine he goes on a winning streak after that. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll see her again. The intro's so good, but I'm gonna skip over it. I want to watch it every time, but it's like, partner. 3, 2, 1, go shout! How was that? Battle with me. I'll use Hell's Reaper. Huh? You can pick whichever. Then Hell's Scythe. Ready and set. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Nice launch, Bird. Master Bird's launch has definitely improved since the title match. That much is clear. It's enough skill for the Hell series until now, but... Whoa! What amazing moves! It has a kick bit. I'm confident it accelerates well with the angular tip. It's an incredible bay. Get him back! Hell's Scythe! Too slow. Hell's Reaper hitting Hell's Scythe. Whoa! It's not over yet. Good attack. But it survived. Its defense is also strong. The kick bit also excels at defense. Even if it gets knocked back, the edges of the hexagon bounce it back to the center like it's kicking off a wall. Offense and defense in one package. A perfect bay. Time to end this. Those blades. Tenka just won with Hell's Reaper against Hell's Scythe. The main blade, the Reaper. It has 4 blade edges for an onslaught of attacks. It resembles your sparking star technique, Lady Tenka. And that ends explanation for Multi's completed perfect balance type bay. Hell's Reaper. Wow, it's so strong. That was completely different from when Bird launched it. Oh. Tenka walked up to Bird. But, well, that was only 50% of its true movement potential. What we saw just now? Tenka, battle me with that too. Man, you have no sense of consideration. Huh? What do you mean? Lady Multi, this is a grave situation. Right. Bird's gotten weaker. But not really. So how come? Hell's Reaper was designed with Bird's wishes in mind, along with an analysis of his traits and skills. Both of you wanted a bay beyond imagination. That's why I developed this custom line. Multi's seriously a genius. Genius, genius. Multi's a genius. Please be quiet, you two. Just like the 3 from my unique line. The ease of use of the new format bays is completely different between each. Really? A total Bay freak like you probably wouldn't get it, but I felt it when I launched it earlier. It doesn't look that different, but it feels completely different. Is it really that unique? Multi, your Baycrafting skill rose too much. Didn't you predict that he might not be able to use it properly? Hell's Reaper is particularly difficult to use. Sungo, hey! Hell's Reaper is specialized for all matchups. It can fight in any and all situations. That what makes it beyond imagination. Incredible! Multi is truly a genius. However, this is just as the imagination, so too are the number of strategy options. Can you hear Hell's Reaper's voice? Voice? I'm serious. Master Bird wields bays with his heart. It could be considered a rare ability. Bird calls his bays his partner. I think that's because he feels a spiritual connection with them. No, I can't hear Hell's Reaper's voice. I've never not felt anything before, so this is new. Do you think you can make it into your partner? I developed it believing that you'd be able to handle it. But right now, all I can do is believe. If you can't call it your partner, then you shouldn't use Hell's Reaper. You won't be able to master this bay. Shall I use it? A great bay like this is pretty rare, you know. No, it has to be Bird. No one else can draw out its potential. I was joking. But if we can't use it, then it's useless junk. Sorry, Captain, but if you're gonna be dead weight, we gotta drop you. Damn. Okay, Bird, time to do some special training with me. 24 hours, no sleeping, no breaks. We'll push our bodies and minds beyond their limits. Endurance training, bay battles. Okay, let's do it. I'm up for it. I don't want to drag everyone down at a critical time like this. Mako just walked away. This won't solve the problem. Ryu Kuwabara from Goldie has cast that curse. There it is. Thank you. Knew it. It's the fact that Bird's not believing in himself. He feels like he's dead weight to the team. Like, Multi and X have both mastered their bays and have them down. And he's been struggling in general to even get a big time win by himself. You know what I mean? A full fledged win. He hasn't gotten a full win. He's won in a battle, but he's never fully won a battle. You know, he scored points, but never won a complete battle, even at this stage. Some people hate the way that they do this with Bird's storytelling with his character. I personally like it. It's a breath of fresh air because you have a true full underdog here. They're showing the different kinds of protagonists with this, like how there's multiple protagonists in Bursts. There's one protagonist in Plastic Gen, and they played around like multiple protagonists a tiny little bit with Metal Fight Beyblade. Of course, with Jenga being the main one, but then after the Nemesis Crisis, Zero. So there were technically two protagonists. I'm sad that they don't acknowledge Zero in this, though. Honestly, like come on. But especially shown in Burst, Vault, Iga or Iger, Drum, Dante, Hikaru, Hyuga, Bell, you know. And I personally say Quadra or Pre. The fact they didn't acknowledge her either, because like female protagonist history, I don't give a shit. I'm considering her a protagonist because literally the focus on her in season 7 Quad Strike, it was mainly on her, even more than Bell and the other protagonists. Like it was about her story with Pax, and they focused on her up to the very end. So yeah, I consider her a protagonist, even if they don't like put her in this. So I'm giving Zero and Pre their flowers. They mentioned every other protagonist except those two, and I consider them protagonists. But with this, they're playing around with different types of protagonists. X being the protagonist that's the man to beat, that's absolutely insanely powerful, and it's like, holy shit. Like the Jenga. Kind of like the Jenga on steroids, because Jenga, well, yeah, even at this stage, he still hasn't lost. He could have lost to Chrome, but Chrome didn't battle him, you know what I mean? But yeah, X still, in an actual battle, hasn't lost. Chrome just kind of saw the future and was like, But, you know, in that front, X is like that insanely powerful man to beat at the top protagonist. Chrome is like a fallen protagonist because he was at the top, but then he fell, and now he's kind of going on the dark side. You know what I mean? Being more of like a not antagonist, but like anti-hero. More of a kind of anti-hero. I'd say we'll say a wrestling term with this tweener in between. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, not a full-fledged good guy, but not a full-fledged bad guy. He's like in the middle. Chrome's just been possessed by the demon dragon right now. You know what I mean? But he's not full-fledged evil, I'd say. I feel like he's gonna have his Ryuga moment where he overcomes his power, like Ryuga overcame the dark power, and then we're gonna get like Medial El Drago Ryuga level Chrome after this, probably. I won't be surprised if we get an Impact Dragoon. I've been saying it for a long time. I know it's scary, but the way they balance it, we got Cobalt Dragoon. I'm sure they can balance it with Impact Dragoon. The way they design it, I'm sure they're gonna make it Impact Dragoon. But that being besides the point, Multi is like the protagonist of Baycrafters. Tenka is like the protagonist of the Shiraboshi style school. Bird is the ultimate underdog protagonist that, it has to be built up a ton. More than we've seen for any protagonist before, honestly, the way they're building him up. All the other protagonists reach that top level in a season. Bird hasn't quite reached that top level. They got close with Pendragon, but like him as an overall blader and his power, slow build. A slower build than anything we've seen before. I'm a kind of long-term storyteller, as shown by my skits, so I appreciate what they're doing with Bird. It's a breath of fresh air. But yeah, now the big time focus is on him, and he's definitely lost his confidence because, especially what Ryu said, Ryu Kuwabara, part of Team Goldius, put a curse on him, metaphorical curse, like he's never gonna win a battle again as long as he blades, and that's what Tenka said. Him having his brain messed with, like her getting in his head, and it would be poetic justice if like he faces Ryu, and Ryu is who he beats with Hell's Reaper to win. But then after that, we see his true potential coming out. And then after that, like this is the first time he actually wins against Ryu. And then he wins after that. But we gotta see, But she did put that curse on him, and it's about like his belief in himself. Or rather, she used the power of suggestion on you. I'm totally over that. No, you're not. Even if it's just subconsciously, the words are affecting you and your body. You got it so bad, you might as well hire a mental healer. And let me see. You got it so bad, you might as well hire a mental trainer. And the power of suggestion, because you believe in what's being said, you want to eat sushi. You want to eat octopus, amberjack, hamachi, sushi! And then they want to go and eat sushi, and they just ran off. Sushi! You see? Anyway, basically your mental state the problem. Mental state. But what to do next is the tough part. Let us go, Master Bird. Mako. She packed a bag for him. Where they go? Are they on the beach? Yo, there is a beach outside the town. That's cool. What are we doing here? When I was still a pro blader, I came here often with I and Bantaro for special training during your Bison's era. Once you achieve results with training too, I have to push myself too. Yeah, screw suggestion. I'll just keep going and going until I can't think anymore. What are you doing? What? What about training? We're not here for that. We're there to just chill. To think mentally. That's the lesson. She said, I'm working. Can I go running? No, you may not. But this is an order from your coach. Saw a dog and a person run by. It's about the deep thinking. Just having him stand by the water so he can sit there and meditate. It's like a lot of people will sit there by like water or whatever they do, sitting in nature, just freeing your mind, meditating, hearing the calm of things. Like even right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's raining big time outside. It's been really rainy, but it's raining right now. Oh, it's like this. I guess I've always been kind of one of those bladers that like uses the environment, if you will, like even for meditation or just even one of those types of people. Like I love nature. Maybe it's like the summer Virgo in me or something. But yeah, I'm an Earth sign. Um, I got to go up by one of the Finger Lakes. It's called Cuca Lake with my girlfriend, and I got to sit there, and it made me remember all the times where I would sit on Cayuga Lake, another one of the Finger Lakes. It's actually the lake where my former college, um, when it was active, you know, resided. But when I went there, all the times going on the lake, when it was frozen and cold, when it was warm during the summer, going into the fall, coming back from summer break, you know, fall time where all the leaves were changing, winter time where it was freezing, springtime where everything was starting to melt and grow. I'd sit by the lake and I'd use that to just meditate and think when it came to life, when it came to art, when it came to gaming, when it came to ideas for the channel, and realizing it's something I haven't done as much getting older. Like, you know, I mean, stepping outside when at the family home and looking across the valley and moments like that, you know, like always using nature. Um, but falling back in love and doing that, like there's a waterfall that I walk to and going to the waterfall and sitting there and chilling, or just moments like this where it's raining outside and just listening to the rain, listening to just the natural flow of Gaia and the world, and sitting there, and it makes it where you're just sitting deep, think and meditate. There's a spiritual just like reprieve and just relaxation with it, and it's amazing. That's the type of exercise she's having him do now to slow his mind down, because you need moments like this to just sit in nature and stuff. It helps calm your body, it helps slow you down when you're going way too damn fast with life and everything. And Bird's at that point where like he's acting like things aren't affecting him. They are affecting him subconsciously because he's not subconsciously fully believing in himself. So he's sitting, Mako's having him sit and chill and think and just slow down and truly find that balance within the chakras of his body. You know what I mean? And all the energy and get that true balance that he needs in order to have Reaper Incendio work for him and his other bays in general, because he'll probably master Reaper Incendio with it, but also gain more strength with the other bays that he has. And I love that he still has Hell Scythe, so they're not leaving, you know, out the other bays. Like, they're still using them. It's like Hell's Scythe, Hell's Hammer, Hell's Chain, now Hell's Reaper. So many bays, and now it's the point where like Bird or Robin's gonna have to start mastering them. Well, especially in the case of like Hell's Reaper. But let's get into it. Car driving by. Looks like he's getting restless. It's making him slow down. Or he's juggling a ball, maintaining the balance with a ball. He stayed there all day just chilling. Miss Maiden. Yes? Please let me train. I don't even have to Beyblade. Just let me do something. I don't have time to waste here. The star battle is still going on. If another team gathers 100 stars before us... Yes, and? Huh? If another team gathers 100 stars, or we retire from the star battle, what will happen? Well, we won't be able to battle Omega Shiraboshi. and Tenka won't be able to fulfill her goal. So, but what will change exactly for you, Bird Kazami? If you lose at Beyblade, will you die? Huh? If that were so, then I would do everything possible to stop you from Beyblading, Master Bird. She picked up the sand. In the title match against Pendragon, you were not the only one hoping. All of us were wishing with all of our hearts. We did not care what the costs were. Our spirits were set. But you were defeated. But even then, did Persona's story end there? The story still continues. And that is because we and you have not yet given up. Your battle was very emotionally moving, Master Bird. I personally do not mind if Persona ends up retiring from the Star Battle. We can progress little by little. And I will dedicate my all towards helping you all achieve your goals through Beyblade. That is my path with Beyblade right now. The Star Battle is a means to an end, and not a goal. No matter how many times you lose, you will still be able to battle in the stadium. That is what I believe. What do you think, as Captain of Persona? He ran into the water and he's splashing all the water. Is he just letting out all the rage? Just letting himself feel. she hit him with the squirt gun. But I really want to win. If I can get Hell's Reaper to be my protector, then be my partner, that'll be awesome. More, more, more. I want a Beyblade more! As long as you feel that way, you will be fine. You do not have to keep burdening yourself with the responsibility to win. You most certainly will not obsess over something so tiring. I myself was a bit too late in realizing that. But you feel differently, right? Hey, how long are you going to keep me waiting? Kadavar? I asked him to come help with your training. Is he even allowed to help a team? He is not Kadavar. Huh? Today he is my old teammate from my pro days. I am Bantaro Kato. Happy to help. I can't refuse a request from Mako. If you were unable to find the motivation to change, then I was planning on having Bantaro just go home. Thank you, Bantaro. So, this is where the bison's trained? This is Wyvern Gale. I wonder how many times you've faced it up till now. I will also battle you. Whale Wave. Does that mean a triple battle? And 2v1, of course. I'm up against 2 former pros? That's way too... Don't underestimate yourself. You've long since been maturing into a decent pro. Individually, we are no longer effective training partners for you. When you took Kadavar's test, he sensed that you had prime growth potential. Kadavar sensed it. I'm also looking forward to how far you progress, you know? Sent flying burst. You're trying too hard. I'm getting beaten down. I never guessed they were tired. And their team works great. Master Bird, you should have fun, even when things do not go your way. Right. Spin finish burst. Let us end this here. But I can still, you shouldn't overwork yourself. This will be the last. Ready and set. 3, 2, 1. He's going to show out something here. Go shoot. He's much better than this morning. But come on, Bird. Bird, a bay won't answer to a blader without confidence. And confidence is subjective to your beliefs. So the one who believes more wins. You probably experienced that more than anyone else, haven't you? Feel it. A new partner. I believe in myself. Oh, and that together we can do more. Yo, that animation. We can have more fun. Be my partner, Hell's Reaper. Oh, here we go. Come on, Bird. Raise the tides. Extreme dash. Gigon to breaching. Hell's Reaper. The music. Is he about to win? Come on. Master Bird has very little experience with a blade that can attack continuously. But he adapts quickly. His growth is remarkable. Press the attack. Did he just burst it? Oh, but it hit him. Oh. Ooh. He lost, but he barely lost. Dang it. If I hadn't hit Whale's wave, if it hadn't hit Whale waves falling apart. Bird, did you have fun after believing in yourself? Ha The Skyline subway. They said they're going somewhere. Hmm? They said they're going somewhere else to train more. Yeah. Since I've known him since he became a pro. He's got way too much responsibility. Huh? Oh, he's on the phone. Cadavar's on the phone. Okay, let's see. Since I've known him since he became a pro. He's got way too much responsibility on his shoulders. Yeah. A normal person would have lost spirit a long time ago. He really reminds me of you. Ah, God. This is one of my favorite stories throughout the whole series, man. You talk about the underdog story. Like, I'm going to call this the Karrion Kross story. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I mean. And by this, I mean a story that is super underrated, that's so overlooked by people that it's like, holy shit. Literally their group. Like with I and Cadavar and yeah, and Mako. Bantaro, as his actual name is. The story they had, but then Mako getting hurt and her retiring as a pro after that. I did as well. They all did. Because she was injured and hurt and pushed herself. That episode hit me in the heart, man. And they showed it off like Mako, and Bantaro with this episode. Like he called Bantaro called or Cadavar called and it's like, he reminds me a lot of you. That Leon Claw combo, man. I gotta make their team. Like, come on, man. You got 2 of the 3 ways. I deserves her flowers. She's got a Leon claw. It's dope. You can win. I'm certain. Hmm. I like the feels and vibes of that episode. I think people sleep on X, okay? Because it's like, it's a slower pacing than what people are used to with like Metal Fight, Beyblade, and Burst. We gotta be real. How many episodes have it been, or seasons has it been, where it started off feeling really slow and didn't pick up till later? Even with Metal Fight, Beyblade, come on, man. Like, Metal Fusion, truth be told, there were good moments with it, like some big time battles, but didn't really pick up until like the Stormy Battle Royal and the Phoenix arc, and then especially Battle Bladers. You know what I mean? Um, I mean Metal Masters, the World Championship was great. Momentum wise, it didn't like get to craziness until like about Excalibur. Excalibur onwards was when that started to build. Metal Fury, same thing. Like finding all legendary bladers and like seeing how strong all of them are, but then the whole plot really picked up with the Nemesis Crisis. You know what I mean? But it showed how strong the legendary bladers are. You know what I mean? And then Shogun Steel, same thing. Around like Neo Battle Bladers, when everything happened with DNA, it's usually like end of the series where they built it up. Um, Truth be told, Burst season one until like the big time tournament with all the powerful bladers at the end. You know, Louis, Vault, Shu, Wakia, etc. Uh, season two, same thing. God Bladers Cup. You know, that's where things really picked up after the battle with Louis and Red Eye. Season three, when Phi showed up, was about the time things really picked up. Season four, truth be told, Iger coming in, or Iger. You know what I mean? That was about halfway through the season. You see the pattern with this Super King or Surge. Interesting case because so many legends, but that didn't even pick up like crazy until like the Legend Festival and then the tag team battles. Even with as good as it was. Then Dynamite Battle, same thing with like Rashad coming in. That's when things really picked up. You know what I mean? Um, season seven, I'd say probably same thing. Things didn't really pick up until we saw like Shu and Vol getting involved with things, and um, like the whole arc with Pax coming back, and then Beyblade X. The first season, the way they did it, it was also great. Things didn't pick up like crazy until about the arc with Pendragon coming in. I'd say the arc with the masks coming in. You know what I mean? Like where we saw Common Y, Common Z, and the build up with that. Not to say it's not good, just it shows how things build throughout this. And then things that picked up with this season, I'd say the point where we got that, obviously with teams coming in, but Chrome showing up with Impact Drake when Chrome returned. That's when things have started to build. And we're on that incline. The focus is on Bird's growth as a blader because we got that for Multi. We had Multi's arc. Axe doesn't really need an arc because the whole story is straightforward with him. Well, him getting stronger, obviously, to battle the inevitable battle with Chrome, which the next battle is going to be wild because X isn't going to underestimate him next time. It's going to be nuts. But Bird needed the big time focus for his growth, and it's about having fun and enjoying it. Don't take it too seriously. Because when you have fun, that's when you show off your true potential. That's something I didn't learn doing this for 13 years. You know what I mean? Don't focus on the numbers. Don't focus on, oh, hey, getting big or being a star or anything like that. Enjoy the game because you enjoy it, and things just naturally come with it. And that's one thing I've learned throughout all the years of doing this. But, yeah. One thing I believe, but there have been points where I've lost myself, or even like my spirit, where I felt down, and I'm like, damn, I haven't been to an actual tourney. I've only faced off against Ruby Drago in real life. I lost to him, but I had so much fun battling him because it's like I'm battling a strong opponent, and I underestimated him, and that's why I lost. You know, and about going in and having fun and enjoying it, and getting ready for like events, and then it'd be like the day when the day comes to go to events and meet you guys and be a part of things. It's gonna be freaking awesome, like how it was going to events before, like with Burst. And yeah, I'm excited. Just the whole community with Axe, man, it's awesome. Let's see. We've arrived, Miss Maiden. It's Zuganic. Be quiet. Whoa, don't go crazy, Miss Maiden. She's surprisingly a grumpy morning person. Oh, Mr. Taisho? Yes? What? King's family is coming? Next time on Beyblade X. Proxy War. We get to see Multi. Oh. Okay. So, let's see the details for this. Because she's eating a bun. Sho and Toguro, the twins, Quinn. Ooh, they're betting stars? Oh boy. Dran Brave. Yo, Mako. Or not Mako, Multi. The aura around Multi. Things are going to pick up big time. Because right now they're doing they're going with the Manju family and they're battling. They had the episode with Bird. It's that feeling like how they had some fun episodes before everything got wild with season 3. I'm getting those vibes, you know what I mean? Like they had the fun episodes before like Fly started going on his rampage. That's what I'm feeling. So things are gonna get wild. I mean, we still got to see like the team with Fox Brush. We got to see the team with Scorpio Spear. We got to see Gramps, the whole Tricera Press. They're probably gonna have them all come in around the same time in the show. So probably by the time we get Tricera Press, the episodes that we get with this month are gonna be building towards like those teams: Scorpio Spear, Fox Brush, Tricera Press, them all coming in, and that's gonna be the big time build up to Zodiac. You know, because what? I mean, the new Pegasus, but also the Cerberus or Kerbex Bay. I'm believing it's a Kerbex Bay. You got Perseus Dark, you got Pegasus, soon to be Pegasus Blast, but Arrow Pegasus, and then I see it being Kerbex, because, yeah. The question is, are they going to call it Kerbex or Cerberus? Watch it not be a Cerberus Bay, and something completely different, but you got to wait and see. I can see it being a Cerberus or Kerbex. And if it's a Stamina type, it's going to be a good release. But, yeah. So, if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to end this off pretty soon. Like I said, I was sleepy and I'll go take a nap. But, yeah. Seen Lilo and Stitch live action back on Tuesday, and it was brilliant and nice. Waiting for Undisputed version one day. Oh, the Undisputed title is dope. Like with the gold and the World Heavyweight title. If I were to get 2 more belts, it would be those 2, and I probably wouldn't get belts again after that, unless they like make a new one in the future. But even that, nah, I got a pretty good belt collection, and I'm honored for it. Those would be the 2 bays that I'd get, or the 2 belts that I'd get. After that, no one need to get more belts. I'm not that person that's like, oh, hey, collect every belt. Because yeah, some collectors out there that have like whole entire gigantic ass rooms full of different belts that they've gotten from the shop that are like, some will be upwards of $800 each, which is insane. I ain't worried about the brand name shit. Like for a belt, like I would gladly get a brand belt because it looks freaking dope and awesome, and that's how I've always been. You know what I mean? The only belts that are actually authentic, and I didn't even know it, like from actual shop, or like the cruiserweight title, and I have the crazy enough to say, back then during the pandemic, I got the Fiend Bray Wyatt title, like the actual one, and that one apparently has gotten really, really rare. So it's probably the rarest one in my collection. I'm honored because, yeah. Enough said. No, not you. What's up? Just got done watching the sub for this episode when I saw the stream. That's funny. The timing, man. Gonna buy the new Marvel bays along with the new Star Wars bays and Jurassic World bays. Yeah, when it's meant to happen to get those bays, absolutely, because they're awesome echoes. And I'm looking forward to them because each bay switches up things. You know, even with them being technically echoes, they act differently than the originals, and I'm excited to see how they work. Not gonna lie, listening to this is like the gospel of Beyblades. It's definitely one of the best episodes of X so far, in my opinion. The Mako Kadavar I team episode. That was the yeah, hitting the heart, man. Kimbo's breaking the WWE title belt and live reactions again. When it's worth it or worthy of it, definitely pull out the belt and just be like how I did when freaking Omega decided to show up and Team Zodiac's like, hey, we're the champions now, out of freaking nowhere, like an RKO. If you were to draw up your own Sonic OC, what animal would it be? I don't know. I mean, make a hedgehog, a different designed hedgehog, one that is a color they haven't done yet. Is there a green one? Is there a green hedgehog or an orange one? Yeah, I know there's like Cream, Knuckles, Sonic, Tails, Shadow. Uh, I know I'm forgetting a few. I'm not an insane Sonic fan. It's kind of funny because I got like Sonic Frontiers and I gotta play it. Um, Wonder what game I should do next for my gaming channel. You guys should let me know. Maybe I'll do a poll on it or something. I did get a certain Beyblade X Zone game, and right now I think that's the number one contender for me to play through next. Because gotta bring the Bay Spirit over. But yeah. Where we get, let's see. I feel like Bird is going to go on this training arc like Multi did. Oh yeah, definitely. It's his turn to do so. WWE and TKO, give me an explanation. Why did y'all? I mean, granted, Truth's getting older, and maybe he didn't get enough money in the deal that like he wanted for it, and they didn't want to pay him more, which underappreciated gem of a wrestler for sure, and R-Truth, and I wish he would have became champion at least once. He was a U.S. champion and a tag team champion, but he definitely like at least once to hold the world title. It would have been dope, even if it was like, oh hey, next night like drop it to somebody or something, But yeah, still, Truth will forever be a GOAT. Where we can see him face off against Burn Fujiwara, King, and Quinn Manju, those dream scenario battles that we get to see Bird face off against them in these training episodes. Maybe not yet. I mean, the way they're building up these characters, you know what I mean? Bird hasn't had a chance against them, and it's kind of still established that way. Not that he's not strong, but it's that they're that strong. King, Burn, especially those two, yeah. I feel like Toguro, Chan, or Chopin, Uni, Zonamos, you'd have a chance against them. But like the team leaders right now, the way they built them up, it's about like that time. Yeah, like it's before he faces off against those characters, which I can imagine maybe next season. That's where we see it. Like Bird, it's the long-term building for Bird. That's the big-time thing. And we're seeing him build that much more with this season. I don't think he's going to be like the strongest at the end, or imagine like whenever he gets a full-fledged win, I feel like it's going to be some ridiculous shit against somebody, and it's going to be insane, man. If he's the one that takes out Omega, I'm going to lose my damn mind. And TT, you talk about insane story building and telling and everything. Yeah. But we got to wait and see. I don't know. I was sitting in the parking windows open, and this chick heard Spirit and Fight, and she assumed you were reading the Bible. I'm dead. The Mia would make more sense if Rock screws Roman over and not the other way around, due to Cody said, do you trust The Rock? But The Rock has what he wants right now, that being Cena being the champion. That's what he wants. You know what I mean? I don't feel like The Rock's out of this story. They're doing the whole thing of like yanking our chain, like, oh, he's not a part of the story or anything right now. They don't have to focus on The Rock with this story right now. It is the story between Cena and Cody. When things get real with Cena to where he's going to be losing the title, I see The Rock coming back into the fray of things. Maybe Cena loses the title. When he loses the title, it's to Cody. Then Cody's the champ again, but then The Rock's like, nuh-uh. And he's like, all right, the plan with Cena failed. I take things into my own hands. Then he tries to go for it. Say, like, Royal Rumble. Pay-per-view like that. And then Roman's like, nah, I see what you're doing. Like, that's my title. I want that title back. And then that's where we get the Civil War, because we still got the Civil War in the Bloodline a bit. Roman's the OTC right now, but like, there's one person that's like, you got to get by in order to be the true tribal chief. That being The Rock. The way they built up The Rock, man. They can't leave him out. But I think Rock Roman happens in next year's WrestleMania, and then that's the last match for The Rock. Then he goes to being a part of the board of TKO and everything. That's his retirement match, and yeah, then Rock rides off in the sunset with that, and then maybe that's the end of the Big Time Bloodline story. Like Roman's at the top, but then you have to build somebody up to knock Roman off that pedestal because Roman's not gonna be around for a long time. You know what I mean? I think he's got like 1 or 2 years left, truth be told, after this next WrestleMania. So it'll make sense if they build up somebody like a Jacob Fatu and other members of the bloodline, which they're doing. You got Solo, you got Jacob. Of course, Jay's the world heavyweight champion. How they built up Jimmy, Sammy's still being up there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's gonna be dope. But that's how I can imagine things going. I feel like they're yanking our chain right now, and things will pick up around. I think Money in the Bank is where things are gonna pick up. I think Roman's gonna come back and cost Seth, and that's gonna lead to like some match with them at like would be SummerSlam next. Saturday night's main event or SummerSlam, one of them. Um, yeah, but that'll be going into like SummerSlam season after. But yeah, I feel like things are gonna pick up big time, momentum wise after Money in the Bank. Let's see. If anybody wanted R-Truth to leave, it's R-Truth himself. Plus, he did get to finish the story and reunite with Cena after getting Cena's soul back. Yeah, and he like planted the seeds for that. You know what I mean? Because Cena paused. Like, yeah, he went and like hit him with the belt and everything afterwards, but he paused. He got Cena to get. He gave Cena a little bit of his soul back before he left. Except it makes me sad. Like the last time is now. We didn't know that was gonna be it for Truth. Like, did he know before Saturday night's main event and having the that shirt? Like he was going too. It's not only like the round Cena one, then he went even before Cena's done. Damn. Even Cena posted a picture of him. Like Cena respects the hell out of Truth for sure. At least Strowman is finishing the story with the USA Network food series. Yeah, he does have a series, doesn't he? Beyblade X Zone unboxing later tonight. I don't know. I'm gonna nap, so I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna chill and relax today. But yeah. But I did get a certain Beyblade X Zone game. I didn't get the physical copy. I got the digital copy because like the only one that's in English is the one that you download from the shop. So I got it from the shop. I'm normally one that gets physical copies, but like it would have been in Japanese. I would have been able to understand it with a playthrough. And the English version, the only way you can get in English is literally on Steam, I think, like PC or something, and on the, from the Switch shop, the Nintendo shop. So, yeah. How would Cody and the other face heroes get Cena's soul back, if you know what I mean? All these matches throughout the year, because he's going to see how things are going, and then it's going to be like, yeah, I'm a 17-time champion, but is this how I want my legacy to go? He's going to turn back good before it's over. I'd say when he loses the title, that's going to be his redemption arc. Kind of like how, God rest his soul, if anybody knows, like Eddie Guerrero, before he passed, like, he was on the bad side, like, you talk about like terrorizing Mysterio and Dominic and everything. But then after that, he had like a redemption arc with Batista going down that path, and then like, going forward to where he was getting that redemption. He was going to have a full redemption arc, but then he passed before that fully came to true like fruition. I think it's going to be something kind of like that, except like he's going to lose the title and he's going to turn back face. You know what I mean? But yeah. Seth said Roman wants power and ruin the industry. Hello, Seth. Isn't that what you're doing right now? Yeah, exactly. That's the thing about it. He's being hypocritical. He's being narcissistic. He's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And everybody's calling him out. It's like you're being a hypocrite. Like, but yeah, this may not be the last time for Truth that we see our lovable gangster goofball. Yeah, he might be back at some point. For real. Nintendo 2 launch was crazy, man. They had people stand out there at midnight. That's how it goes for any new console coming out. Like people will sit there for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, people will sit there for like days. I think somebody waited outside the shop at like 3, and they didn't open until midnight. So they sat there for 9 hours just chilling, waiting. They had the first one in there. Um, but yeah, so I plan on getting a Switch 2 at some point. Absolutely, when can find one, which probably they won't be too tough now, considering like it's out and some places probably have at least one. But also gonna see if are they gonna like pull a swerve where it's like, hey, we're putting out a special edition OLED one as a bundle because they have the one right now released, but then of course like people that are collectors will be like, oh hey, get a whole nother one because of the design and stuff. I'd just wait for like a cool limited edition looking one. So I'll give it a bit of time and see because I feel like they're definitely gonna put out some limited edition one, especially like if they put out a Pokemon one because Legend ZA and it's like Zygarde themed. It's my favorite legendary, so yeah. But we gotta wait and see. What's next for WWE? Jacob Fatu saying, "I hate you solo." Oh, it's coming. He's definitely gonna. Um, I don't know if it's so like Jacob's gonna defend against JC Mateo or Solo himself. I feel like Solo, and maybe like JC cost him or something like that. Because I don't know. I don't know who would be like the heel out of it. Like whoever turns, because it would work either way. Solo being the heel still, or Jacob ends up as the heel. But I'm wondering about the Tongans too, because like Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa. I feel like that's why they're keeping Tama off TV because Tonga Loa is gonna come back, and then it's gonna be Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa. I don't be surprised if Jacob if Jacob's the one that turns heel, and he stays the bad guy or something. Because then Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and then imagine he gets his own muscle and like Hikuleo. Because that man signed. Yeah. And then I think Lance Anoa'i, I think, is signed as well. So it's like them being a part of things. I feel like it's gonna be another Bloodline Civil War, except maybe it's not like Roman involved. Well, we gotta wait and see. I feel like it's gonna be another Bloodline Civil War, but we just gotta wait and see. I hope Gunther doesn't beat Jay. Gunther has been holding enough for a while. Plus, he got Logan scammer business. He needs to finish. Um, I mean, Gunther's just going for the title. Whether it's like he wasn't even worried about Logan, he's just like whoever's the champ. So it's gonna be tough. If Seth wins Money in the Bank, that's gonna be the thing. That's what I think. I'm saying like I want Karrion Kross to be in. Truth be told, I want Karrion Kross to be in Money in the Bank, and I'm mad that he's not. And if they release him, I might crash out. Like for real, I might crash the hell out. Yeah, that man could definitely be a world champ. And they just gotta set him up the right way and actually give him the opportunity to speak on the mic and give him segments and wrestling and everything. And people say he can't wrestle. Nah, man, look at his NXT days. Look at him in the independent scene. Man can literally snap a bat. He's that strong. He can snap a bat with his body. Like, come on. But anyways, since Cross isn't in it, my picks are LA Knight or Seth Rollins. And I can imagine it being possibly Seth, two-time Money in the Bank winner. Unless Roman stops him. If Roman gets involved with this match, I think LA Knight's winning. If Roman doesn't get involved with the match, Seth winning. And if Seth wins, Jay and Gunther, I feel like he's going to cash in during that. And then Seth walking away with the World Heavyweight title. Then it would lead to him having the title going into the summertime. And then that'll be perfect feuds, man. Seth versus Punk, world title. Roman versus Seth, world title. All three of them again running it back like how it was at WrestleMania SummerSlam, except this time for the world title. I don't mind it. But we gotta wait and see. I have a feeling Roman's returning on Money in the Bank, and if he does, I feel like he's costing Seth Rollins. Because it makes sense. They're the ones that took him out. Roman, when he comes back, is gonna be focused on like that faction. So yeah. Cody's like Cena's gonna be busy with the whole build up with Cody's story. Seth, Rollins, Punk, well, yeah, Rollins, Roman, Punk, all of them. have their own story and everything too. But yeah, and we gotta see those resolved before anything else. That's what I think. If you could finish our true story and your concept, what's your concept? It would have been if that would have been the end for him, like knowing it. Saturday night's main event, him. I mean, it would be wild if like he would have won, and then they like restarted it or something, so it didn't like fully count for him, or he won and then Cena wins it back the next night with the help of like Travis Scott showing up or something. Yeah, it would have been like Truth winning the world title at least for a night and then losing it, even if it's like the next night because of something. That like him getting at least a world title run, even for like a day, and having that on his resume. But yeah, um, how can Cody Roman Rock Bald Fraud story go on? Cody wins the title back from Cena. Rock doesn't like it. Rock's like, I got to take care of this myself. Challenges Cody, shows back up. Roman's like, nah. And then Roman Rock. That's how I see it, like, resolving. Because, like, Rock story, it's got to be Rock and Roman. When Rock and Roman happens, like, Rock should have one more match. He should. He wrestled WrestleMania 40. He should wrestle at 42, I think. Rock and Roman. If it's not Rock and Cody, then definitely Rock and Roman. If he has two matches, Rock and Cody, then Rock and Roman. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I guess let's see which which lady from WWE turned face do I see coming? Um I think Liv. I think Liv and Dom. I can see them having a face turn. Because like how Finn's been. Which heels I see, that was clever. That was clever. Which heels from WWE do you see turning face? Heels turning face, Liv and Dom, honestly, because Dom's so over with the crowd. Um, I hope they don't drop Cross, man. I really hope they don't. I can imagine that man turning face at some point, like. But yeah. Well, he's good as a heel. You know what I mean? Like, just I know I talk about Cross a lot, but I'll be so mad if they drop him, man. During the pandemic era, besides Roman, like Cross and Bray were my two favorites. So it'll break my heart if they release Cross again. But yeah, mainly Liv and Dom. They're the ones I see turning face big time. Now turning heel, at some point Bianca. Definitely Bianca I could see turning heel. I mean Julia's a heel right now. Stephanie Becerra is a face. I don't see them switching because they just got called up. Roxanne's a heel, so a lot of them I don't see like switching. Because Becky just turned heel recently, so yeah. I see Cena by the end of the year turning from heel to face. Liv and Dom turning from heel to face. From face to heel, Bianca. Face to heel, Sammy, maybe at some point. But yeah. Think of the WWE team for military justice. Let's see. Cody Roman, Jay, Sammy, other faces versus Injustice, Seth Solo. Imagine that War Games segment. That would be pretty wild. We have to see how War Games is going to go this year. Yeah. They got to be developing something with the bloodline because like they just have Tama Tonga. Like Tama Tonga didn't get released. You know what I mean? Like Tama Tonga, Tonga Low are gonna be together. I think they're just waiting for that. Hope Roman shows his respect to Cena in the final days of WWE. Oh, at the very end, everybody's gonna show their respect to Cena for sure. Like by the time he retires, he's gonna probably turn face and get back in the good graces with people and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this off. A lot of talk about like wrestling and stuff like that. But as for Beyblade X, I personally am digging like the pacing of it. Some people aren't into the long-term storytelling pacing with it. I like how they're building with this. And I think the next episodes are going to be like Fox Brush, Scorpio Spear, those bladers, and their teams are going to be showing up. Also Gramps with Tricera Press, because 83, that's like 33 episodes. So we still got about like 16 episodes to go. There's going to be a lot of storytelling with it. We still got a lot of season to go, and people are sleeping right now. This is the point where like TT's about to wake everybody the hell up. So get ready. The second that they announce Pegasus Blast, it's going to be nuts. But yeah, Aleister Black, what's next for him? I can see him going for like IC title or US title. Probably. Like they'll build him up to that level for sure. It'll probably take a little bit, but yeah, maybe it'll be like SummerSlam, something like that. But yeah, they're gonna build him up. Like how they're building up Rusev. Yeah. Hope Cody and Roman unite once again for Cena and hopefully Seth, if possible. I think they will. I think they'll have a team up at some point because they're on the same side now. Cody might make Roman wish he's in the Shield and not Seth. Nah, well, the Shield's the Shield. You know, there's never gonna be any change in that. But it'll be cool to see them team up again if it happens at any point. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this off. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm tired. But hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. Thankful words for Truth. Thank him for all the years and decades, literally, that he has entertained fans in WWE and other companies because he was K-Quick and he debuted in like 2001. He was a rookie back then. That's when he started his 01 till 2025. 25 years. Man's been around for a long time and never won a world title in WWE. He did, I think, win with the NWA title. But yeah. One more time. What's up? I don't even know if that's PG. But yeah, he's in TNA now. We'll have to wait and see, man. But yeah, it would be funny if he showed up there being like, hey, y'all, where Braun Strowman at? Or he's just like, yo, WWE. Oh, that would be funny as hell. He shows up with another company act that way and kept the gimmick going. But we'll have to wait and see. Truth is getting older too. But anyways, guys, till next time, it's your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Till then, stay awesome. And oh, shoot, let it rip. I'm up out of here. Truth the GOAT. Man is a legend. I think he's the last wrestler from Attitude Era that's still active. So, major props for that. Well, was. And they just thought it's insane. But I'm up out of here, guys. Thanks for watching.